So I recently found out that YouTube is going to be changing their monetization rules. I think it's July 15th, and they're going to be cracking down on a lot of the AI generated stuff. I know things that just seem kind of uh, generic and repetitive, and this is probably going to concern a lot of people. So before I get into just some of the clips of some of the stuff that I heard, what are your thoughts on all this AI stuff? I did a video recently where we talked about how life changing it's going to be for people. And on the one hand, I think it's cool and I think it's amazing. But on the other hand, when I've heard how many people are using this, I mean, from what I understand, this is becoming a very high dollar, billion-dollar industry where you have companies that are creating influencers that are AI generated, and these influencers are generating millions and billions of dollars for these companies. So for me, I think for years we've used people, real people, and I think it's a huge mistake to get away from using real people. Now, I do use some artificial intelligence, but I would not be disappointed if they banned AI generated content completely. And here's why. Um, I think if we allow AI to continue at the rate it's going, it is virtually going to replace people. Think about all the people that have content on their channels or that are trying to create some sort of content. I think it adds more substance when you have real people creating the content. When you're using robots and technology and computers, it kind of takes away from the humanness of it, even though you can make it look real. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't want to see creators that have been building their platforms for years kind of get blindsided because they don't switch over to the AI thing and they can't keep up with it. Now, it might sound a little bit selfish, but when I think about it, there are a lot of people who don't like the fact that they're on camera. They'd rather make faceless YouTube videos. And I get that. There was a time where I was not comfortable, but I pushed myself to get beyond my comfort zone. And I would want to encourage more people to push themselves to get beyond their comfort zone. You know, making these little cartoon characters and AI generated stuff. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but I want to see real people, not fake people. So, again, that's just my thoughts on it. Um, but the majority of the reason people do the faceless and the AI is because they don't want to be seen on camera, you know, and some people have legitimate reasons, but for the most part, show yourself. What are you ashamed of? Quit worrying about what people think if that's your reasoning behind it. So let's touch a little bit on what I'm hearing about some of this YouTube stuff.
So I'm going to break down what YouTube actually said, what kind of content is at risk. Okay, so let's get into it. So starting on July 15, 2025, YouTube will be updating their monetization policy, specifically cracking down on what they call mass-produced, repetitive, or low-effort content. This means if you're just cracking out AI videos with that same robotic voice, no edits, no commentary, no originality, girl, your bag may be in danger. Okay, so here's a quick direct quote from YouTube. In order to monetize as part of the YouTube Partner Program, creators must upload original and authentic content. Channels that primarily post mass produced or repetitive videos may be removed from monetization. So, in my opinion, no, they're not banning your AI avatar channel. They are banning low effort content. There's a big difference. The lazy content, that's what they are banning. So, let's talk about Google VEO3 and why I think it's on the chopping block, because y'all been flooding YouTube with this content. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Google VEO3. It's fun, it's powerful, and it makes content creation much easier. But let's be real. If you've been watching those videos, 90% of those videos are the exact same, especially the black girl influencers, the mukbangs, the dating advice, all of that, the voices look the same, the characters look the same wig, same face, same vibe, no edits being done to them. Y'all just go over to Google Video 3, you put in a prompt, and you think you have monetizable content when you actually don't. You're posting it to your social media channels as is, and to be honest, TikTok and other platforms have already been flagging those Google Video 3 videos because it's not original content. If you look at that content, you see that the voices sound the same, the look is the same, everything is the same, and it's not original content. And I think that's the type of content that YouTube is going to go after as well.
So in a nutshell, for me, I would love to see them. I'm not saying I want them to do away with artificial intelligence because I think it's very useful. What I'm saying is I think the more that we get into video content creation and the more that you have more and more people doing it, which is insane how many people are trying to create content. And the main reason is because people are recognizing that you can make money off of it. I don't blame them. But I would like to see a world where, just like on TikTok, for example, they do not want the bots on your channel. You know, I mean, if you have people that have connected with you or followed you or whatever, they will kind of decrease your health rating because of those people that are actually follow you that aren't real people. So I go in from time to time and I check mine. The point I'm trying to make is if they're against bots, which aren't real, why would they not be against artificial intelligent videos that have people that aren't real? I technically want to see real people making content, stretching their creativity and their personalities and forcing people to get out from behind the camera and actually create good content, showing who they are, engaging with people just like I'm doing right now. That's what I would like to see. So personally, I would not be upset if they did away with it and banned AI generated videos altogether across all platforms. I would love to see that. You know, I think people need to push themselves harder to find ways to create unique content. And I struggle with this myself sometimes. You know, I love doing the reaction videos, but even sometimes I don't even like doing those. I'm thinking like, what niche or what is it that I can bring of value where I can sit in front of the camera and teach or bring you some knowledge about something that I'm very knowledgeable about. You know, I have struggled for 3 years building my YouTube channel to find that one niche that would do that for me, you know. So, and again, I know a lot of us struggle with that. So, long story short, for me personally, I guess we'll have to wait and see what's going to come July 15th. I'm hoping my channel doesn't get demonetized. You know, I've had it happen to me twice already. So, who knows? You know, we'll just have to wait and see. But I wish that YouTube would give clarification on what mass producing and repetitive videos actually means. Just like when they say reused content, what does that actually literally mean? Give me examples so I can go in and fix it and not create those same videos again and again because I don't really understand it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like this video if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.